I was referred to Mark by someone I trusted, and quite frankly, at the time, I would have tried anything to help myself. I suffered from anxiety, panic attacks, agoraphobia. Just, I just couldn't function as a human being. For anyone which is watching this and feels any of those, I am so sorry for you. I sympathise, and you're doing a wonderful thing by even looking at this and by thinking about how to help yourselves. I also know if you're anything like me, just hearing about elements of what I felt will potentially set you off, but it's worth hearing, so please stick with it. I struggled with everything from public transport. I couldn't get on a bus, on a train, in a taxi, anything where I thought I couldn't escape from, where we'd hit a traffic jam. I couldn't go food shopping. I couldn't stand in a queue for anything. I couldn't eat in front of people. Sometimes I couldn't eat. It just, the smell of the food, it just set me off. I felt all manner of symptoms, from being sick to feeling like I would lose control of my bodily functions, how people would think about that, shortness of breath, tingling in my fingers and toes, just the absolute necessity to escape from that situation. It was horrible. I thought I'd never be able to function as a human being again. I thought that I'd be locked up in some sort of facility for the rest of my life because I was so unwell. I thought, honestly, in the deepest, darkest times, that I might die from this. So I am sorry for anyone which feels like that. I went to see Mark, and I've got to say, compared to places I'd been, doctors, cognitive behavioural therapists, this place was brilliant. Mark is a warm, friendly person with this vibe of complete goodness around him. I don't know. The place was warm, rich, dark colours, soothing sounds, soothing atmosphere. It was just perfect. I didn't feel as worried as I would normally feel in certain situations like that. And Mark himself was just phenomenal. We spoke. We spoke like friends. He asked me questions, I asked him questions. Even in the sort of introductory sessions, I remember he was asking me things, and I was telling him about what I'd done in my life up until that point. And he even managed to make me smile, because he made me realise achievements that I'd never really recognised that were my own. And that was brilliant. I honestly can't tell you about the hypnotherapy session itself, or how I felt immediately afterwards, how it worked, or how I felt in the days, weeks, months after that. I just know it did work, and that it did change. Before I went in there, I thought my life was over. And since then, since seeing him, I've been on planes. I have been to meals with strangers. I have done more than I could ever have hoped to have achieved. And it was down to seeing Mark. He's truly saved my life. Honestly, in my deepest, darkest hours, I couldn't have comprehended doing anything that I've been able to do. It's just brilliant.